Hello, and glad to have you here. Today, we're going to talk about how to create content that attracts your target market to you. And I have three simple but awesome tips that I'd like to share with you today. So, and there's of course there's a lot of different ways to do it, but I just want to talk about three because I notice when I talk about five then I end up going over, and so I don't want to do that. And so as you're hopping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know what you think about this topic. Do you have some difficulties or troubles or frustrations when you're trying to do your content for your content calendar, your content planner, when you're thinking about your target market, those people that you truly want to help? And I've been there, and sometimes I have, well, I won't say sometimes, a lot in the past, I was flying by the seat of my pants instead of planning it out on a calendar. And it's a lot simpler and less frustrating when you do already have your ideas out. You may not have everything that you're going to talk about exactly, but you have your ideas out daily of what you're going to talk about, depending on how many days you go live. I go live 2 days a week instead of, I was going 5 days a week, but I cut that back because I needed to do that. So, as you guys are let me know where you're coming in from and who you are, let me introduce myself. My name is Cherie Woodard, and I help social sellers, direct sellers, network marketers to be able to find their ideal team members and customers using social media without having to chase people and strangers and just do the things that we don't like doing. I really didn't like chasing people. I didn't like, being the mall shark. I didn't like, just walking up to people and starting to tell them about, what I thought was good for them because everybody was my customer. But I've learned since then that that's not true, that everybody is not my customer, everybody is not my prospect or team member, and that was freeing for me. That gave me the ability to, and I have notes down here. That gave me the ability to be, for me, what I see as more respectful of that person, and I like and prefer doing it online using social media as opposed to the belly to belly and PBRs, those little coffee shop meetings, or having them, people meet you here and there and then nobody shows up and that kind of thing. So I'm going to share with you the three simple but awesome tips that I use and that I learned from other leaders that I've been in trainings with and learning things and steadily growing. And because I'm not rich, I still have bills to pay. Sometimes can I make this payment on the car, or am I going to have to see if they can hold it off? There we all have different things going on, especially with the economy the way it is. So I'm hoping that this information that I share with you today can help you because I am out there in the trenches just like you, building my business and learning and constantly, you know, growing and changing things in my mind as things continue to grow and change on how we go through this whole social media thing and help people that we want to help. Those people that we find that are, for me, it's people like like me. It's people that were out there doing those things that they didn't really like doing and taking them away from their families and that kind of thing. So I'm going to start with my first one, and my first one is, in order to create content that's going to, attract those people that you want to attract, those people that you want to help, you have to kind of, know what it is that they need. And like for me, coming from, being out in the field, you know, 20 plus years and not having any success, walking up to people and telling them I have something that I know that they're going to love because, everybody does, and that kind of, uh, it just did not work for me. I just and there are a lot of other people that I know that it didn't work for. Some people may find that easy to do and like doing that, but from where I sit now and over the last few years, I found that a lot of people are wanting to do it differently. They want to be more respectful and, give people a choice, instead of just saying, I got just what you need, But okay, so anyway, so when you know who it is that you want to help, who it is that's going to be the target market that you are wanting to help, and help them to grow their business as you're growing your business and giving them information that's going to help them, then that's one of the main things. If you don't know who you're talking to, then it's kind of hard to create information, to create content that's going to hit those people that you want to hit, those people that have been waiting for you. If you're not aware of who it is that you want to talk to. So that's number one. Know who it is that you want to talk to. Know who it is that's your target market. Know who it is that you really want to help, that you really want to lift up because you are there and have been there yourself. There are a lot of leaders that are doing well, but then there's a lot of us out there like me that, yeah, I still have difficulty with paying certain bills. And, I have things that I think about, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't let that stress me, and stop me and put me in a negative sort of mind frame. So I choose to stay positive and know that everything will work out. I just need to keep working and keep building and keep growing and learning and taking action. So, so when you know that, and that's my first tip, then and for me, this is something that I had learned, and that I have done. And I have like a list of things now, of things that when I'm talking about what it is that my target market needs. So when you brainstorm, you know, put down all the things that or make a list, or of this, and you can always go and reorganize it later. So just start writing out things that, you know, that your target market, that those people that you want to help, what their needs are, what their pains are, what is it like when, if you're still in that position, or if you were in that position, what is it that you needed? What is it that you wanted? What is it that you dreamed of? What are the things that would have made your life, and have made your life better, would have made and have made? There are things that are better for me, but there are things that are still, I still got a ways to go. And so I come and I want to share that, so that others know that it's okay, that we're going to get there. It's just that sometimes it takes time, and we can't measure ourselves by another person's yardstick, by another person's, so many years in the business, and my lack of time in the business, and knowing everybody doesn't know the same thing. So basically don't compare yourself to anyone else. So when you're looking at and you're doing your brainstorming and you're thinking about the things that you would have helped you when you were, before you came online, before you found what was going to help you to work, help you and work for you, and help you to be able to help those people you want to help. When you brainstorm those things and put them down, on paper, then you can go through and put them out in a list. What are the major problems, that people have? What is it, that causes them the most pain and frustration? What do they really want? What do they really need? And, things like what are their deepest desires and dreams? And those types of things. And also, you have to, as you're thinking about those people, you have a certain type of language that we use, right? So you want to be able to speak to them in the language that they understand, because it's the same language that if it's your ideal target market, then that's, the same language that you speak. So, you can speak, difficulty in finding enough people to talk to, and you need you know uh, to find your target market, and you're not really sure who it is that you want to help, and those types of things. Um, so when you're brainstorming and you're putting all this information down, then start just listing it out and make it clearer for yourself, so that you can then use that to help you to create your content that's going to help those people be attracted to what it is that you're saying. And then the third one is, and this is something that's well, it's been out for a while now, but it's AI, artificial intelligence. And I call that, it's like that's a part of what I when I research, when I am looking for certain things, and I'm doing research on certain things that I have down as this is going to help, or this might help, or this isn't helping, or this is the reason why this doesn't work, or whatever. As I'm doing my research, I have I include AI most of the time now. And I ask questions, and I want to make sure that as I'm asking questions in artificial intelligence or AI, that as I ask my questions, I want to make it so that it's also using simple words that most people can understand. So, some people say, use the language of, that a fifth grader could understand, or a sixth grader could understand, or something like that, because you want to be able to allow people, you want to use simple words. You want to be able to allow people to understand what you're saying and what you're talking about. And when you're using the big words, and that doesn't really help them. Didn't really help me. I can remember looking up words and writing stuff down that I kind of thought this is the way it was spelled, and then going and looking it up. But you know, when I use AI, the first few times I did it, I didn't do that. I didn't say simplify the language so that a fifth or sixth grader would be able to understand. Even a fifth grader or a sixth grader could understand. And then when I did start doing that, then it broke it down for me, and it made it like I thought, okay, this is good, because this is something that everybody can understand, instead of, like I said, using the big words that I learned as I was going through and getting my nursing, and getting my degrees with that and that kind of thing. That's not going to really help anybody if they can't understand what you're saying. So those are the three things that I wanted to share today. And I'm hoping that this information that I shared today was helpful. That you can go out and actually take action on these things right now. You can, like I said, figure out who it is that you want to talk to. if you don't know that, just kind of, think about it, brainstorm, you can use it on that part of it as well. And then you can brainstorm as far as, like I said before, the issues that come with that and what might make it better, and those types of things. And then the third thing, using AI as a tool to help is really it's great. I love using it. It's helpful for me. It gives me ideas that, I hadn't thought of myself, and then I can go from there. And it just really is a great way to do this. So I've talked long enough. I don't want to continue to belabor this, but if you have any questions, if you have any comments, or because I'm not seeing anything in the chat right now. And so if you do have questions or comments or opinions, you can still drop them in the chat box, and I will see them and I will answer you. I can always do that later. People do come back sometimes and find stuff even a week or so later, and I'll go back and I'll see and I'll answer those questions, or answer those comments or whatever. So basically, that is it for today. I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I usually do that at 12 noon. I have had some computer issues, and I've had some, you know, uh, trainings that are going on at the same time, where it made it, impossible for me to do them both at the same time. So I've been trying to be more open about that when I see that, and put that I won't be going live today, and that kind of thing, so that when people come to take a look, to see what I'm talking about today, that they get that message that I'm not going live today. Just want to make sure to keep people informed. So basically, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what time it is for you, I hope that you have a great rest of whatever that is. And I hope, again, like I said, that this was helpful. If you have questions that you want to go further, or you want to set up, a meeting time with me to discuss something about this, we can do that as well. I'm always in Messenger, so you can always reach out to me in Messenger and ask a question there too as well if you want to do that. So I'm getting off here. Take care. Have a good weekend coming up. And I'm gonna get out of here. Take care. Bye.